Why do LEGO superheroes have cars? I bet this wasn't a question keeping you up last night, but it was keeping me up last night. About a week ago, I got this LEGO set, and it's Venom's muscle car. And one of my thoughts while building this, why does Venom have a muscle car? He's this massive superhero. He doesn't need this. And so it caused me to think about it. There's a lot of these LEGO cars. I'll run them here. And I did my research to look at all the LEGO Marvel sets to see where do these cars come from and why do we have so many all of a sudden? Because this is actually a very recent thing over the last decade of LEGO Marvel. I'll explain a brief history of LEGO superhero cars and why these LEGO superhero cars exist. Most of the time I worry about just regular LEGO cars, but since superheroes are getting cars, I think it's time I can start talking about them. Now, superheroes and vehicles is not an uncommon thing. In fact, back in 2014, we got our first real unnecessary vehicle, and I mean unnecessary like the superhero wouldn't actually need it, not that it's a bad set. The Spider-Trike versus Electro, which is this weird three-wheeled vehicle that Spider-Man rides to battle Electro all the way back in 2014. That's really the start of vehicles and superheroes. Pretty much through the entire life of LEGO Marvel superheroes, Spider-Man's gotten all sorts of weird and strange vehicles, which I don't think it's a problem. It's awesome and fun to see what LEGO designers come up with. Like in 2020, we got the Venomosaurus Ambush. What the heck is this? And why is it so cool? And why do I need it all of a sudden? And so Spider-Man's been given all sorts of these weird creations and sets, but it wasn't until these last couple years when cars really came into play. Now, the beginning of the crazy Marvel car relationship starts in 2021 with the Spider-Man and Ghost Rider versus Carnage LEGO set. Now, this is probably the most logical, and every year since, they've gotten a little more silly because the Ghost Rider needs some sort of vehicle. Spider-Man can swing, Carnage can do the same thing, and so this guy made sense. But it must have done very well in stores because after this, every year, we've gotten more and more vehicles, and in fact, in this last year, they've gone bananas. But there's a gap between 2021 when the Ghost Rider set came out and the very next LEGO car installment, which is Miles Morales versus Morbius. Again, it is a car for LEGO Spider-Man. Then in 2024, we get the Spider-Man versus Green Goblin set, which has a car in it, and this is actually a very unique car. Again, I don't have anything against these LEGO sets. They're interesting and entertaining, and I'll give you my reason why in a moment. But it's unique, it's uncommon. Spider-Man can swing from building to building with his webs. Why does he need a race car? Wouldn't this draw unnecessary attention? It's cool though. And then in the year of 2025, LEGO's gone off the rails so far. We're less than halfway through the year, and we have 3 LEGO cars, this being one of them. We have the Iron Man and Black Panther versus Red Hulk, which is very interesting. Huge windscreen piece on this set. And if all these weren't crazy enough, we have Hulk versus Thanos, which is a monster truck. That's right. We've gone from little sports cars and muscle cars to monster trucks. Now here's my thought on why we're getting so many of these LEGO Marvel cars. I see really 2 directions Marvel goes in. They have sets that are really aimed for kids like this. I'm an adult, I built it, there's nothing wrong with that. But this is usually gauged for the younger builder to enjoy. And then they have sets for older builders like this Quinjet here. The issue is there's only one Quinjet or one Avengers Tower. They can't just make those cheap for little kids to build. And Marvel superheroes aren't like Batman. They don't have a ton of different gadgets that you can give them. And it's not a theme that lends itself to a lot of different vehicles and locations. They're either tall buildings, alien planets, and occasionally a vehicle for a team here or there, like the Quinjet. Whereas something like Star Wars has TIE fighters and X-Wings and all sorts of different stuff. I really think this is the creativity of Marvel designers being able to unite a theme with one common thing, being vehicles. Because now you could have your Venom car, you could have your Spider-Man car, you could have your Iron Man car, you can race them, you can battle them. It's perfect for kids. And so that's why I think we're getting these LEGO Marvel cars. I hope this helped. Well, if you're a fan of Marvel, I'm glad you're here. If you want to see some more cool car stuff, check this out.